All right, what's up, everyone? It's Preacher Man Sports. Welcome back to another video, and I'm here to do my too early predictions. I'll make another video, probably maybe with someone once preseason is over. That week after it's the last preseason game, because it'll be right before the NFL season, and I'm gonna do every team. I'm gonna go by records. Yeah, you can see them all. Ha ha ha. But I think honestly. Let's see. Let's go with the Chiefs first. Our own division. Let's start with my division. I don't give a shit. Yeah, 14-3, basically best record. Blah blah blah. The Chiefs, they stay winning. 7-1 at home, 7-2 at home, 7-1 on the road. Oh my god. Yeah, I think they'll pull it off because the Chiefs. They're always going to be the team to beat. It doesn't matter how lucky or how tough the AFC is. Who's next? The Chargers finishing second. They're 9-8, are tied with us. I don't know how we're that. I don't know how we're that. I think the Chargers they'll make the playoffs and then they'll go one and done again, and then probably Brandon Staley will actually get fired because when you think about it, they took a step back because of their record. I think the Chargers are honestly one of the more overrated teams in the NFL by the media and by how people are saying Herbert's a top five quarterback, even though he's blown like the third biggest playoff lead. You know, and Herbert even in that playoff game didn't do that well. So they have some good players. Like they drafted Quentin Johnson, they added Eric Kendricks, and yeah, like they have a good team, but their coaching staff is it's crappy and their quarterback's a choker. All right, next my own team. Oh God. I don't. Oh my God. Look at this. This is how you know I did bad. 8-1 at home, 1-7 on the road. Oh my God. Yeah, that's gonna get fixed. I don't know. Yeah, that's not. I don't like that record 9-8. That should be like 2 wins lower. Trying something here. Yeah, I don't know why it looks like that because I usually go by like record wise, not by against who wise. But I don't think they'll be 9. I think they'll be something like 7-10. I'm not sure, until I get more into the preseason. But it has us just barely missing the playoffs because apparently the Chargers has some sort of tiebreaker over us. If they miss the playoffs, then I don't know what will happen next. Even if that's a 9-8 record, that's a fine record. But the Broncos, we lost Tim Patrick for the season again. He's gonna be gone next year. We got a lot of players black. I said black. A lot of players back. My God. And Javante, Marvin Mims. I'm excited to see what he'll do. Some good up and coming rookies. Defense, it's top 10 in the league from last year, but with Vance Joseph, we'll see if it takes a dive because you know how aggressive he is. Sean Payton's our head coach. The problem is the O line. I didn't like how I looked in Arizona, and yeah, O line gets the chemistry going, then I think the Broncos will actually be fine. But blah blah blah. Next up is the fucking Las Vegas Raiders. Have them going 5-12. I think they're gonna tank for Caleb Williams because Caleb Williams was in Allegiant Stadium about maybe a month ago or a few weeks ago. And Jimmy Garoppolo is not even a good quarterback. They don't have that good of an O line. They have weapons, but they don't have the defense outside of that front four. Chandler Jones is washed. Max Crosby is great. Tyree Wilson is unknown. Nose tackles are who's. Linebackers are nothing. Divine Diablo is just a grabber. Their secondary is a joke. Nate Hobbs isn't bad coming off a bad year, a terrible year though. Marcus Peters is trash. He's washed. Um, Safeties, they got Marcus up from the Eagles, terrible in pass coverage, but he's a good run stopper. Trayvon Mulrig's probably in a make or break year because he's been disappointing. And I don't like Josh McDaniels. He's one of the worst head coaches in the league. He's like a bottom 5 head coach. 5-12. Oh my God. I think they'll tank for Caleb Williams. It's just too early. I'll get better once I, That's that. That's that. The Bills 13-4. Really, they should be 12-5. But yeah, I think I gave them a game. I don't remember which one it was. Um, I think they'll go. Yeah, they'll go. They won't be the number one seed. They'll probably be number two for sure. But they have a great team, great defense, great offense. The only problem is their O line, and you know how they are in the playoffs when they play Kansas City. They don't. They have a mediocre O line. They have good offensive weapons. They have Dalton Kincaid, who they drafted to add with Dawson Knox, Stephon Diggs, obviously, Gabe Davis. Their defense, Von Miller. Good D line. They added some more safety. They added Taylor Rapp to help out Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. Tre'Davious White is a good corner. Kyer Elam's not that bad coming off a rookie year. Damar Hamlin, honestly, he's gonna have a lot to prove after that catastrophic situation happened last year. That situation that happened about 7 months ago. But they have a good team. They're gonna win that division. I don't give a shit. Dolphins, I think they'll make the playoffs just sneaking in, being the sixth seed if their health, sustains. Tua, like when he was healthy, he was really good. You can't say otherwise, or else you're just fucking hating or whatever. What else? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what else about the Dolphins. What else? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah. They have a nice defense, like Vic Fangio and Bradley Chubb. Honestly, dude, Chubb's kind of overrated. Love the guy, but yeah, J. Lost Ramsey already. He's not gonna be back until probably late November or December. Fucking, they have good safeties. They have a good safety. What's that guy's name? Javon Holland. They have Professor X, and yeah, the Dolphins. I think they'll just sneak in the playoffs if they'll exercise. The Jets. Okay, I think this is what's gonna happen since they're on Hard Knocks. Aaron Rodgers is about to be 40. I think, or is he 40 already? I don't know. I think he's about to be 40. They're gonna go 8-9, same as last year. They're gonna miss the playoffs again. Robert Sala and probably Joe Douglas. They're scapegoats. They're gonna be gone. I honestly think the Jets are getting way too much hype. I don't hate the Jets. I'm just tired of their fans now. The way they're fucking handling this shit. They like. I'm gonna praise them though. They have a great defense. No joke. They have a great defense. Sauce Gardner. Even though a certain guy whose jersey I have is better, but yeah. Uh, what else? Oh yeah, great D line. Quinton Williams. They got C.J. Mosley. Jermaine Johnson might do something. They added on offense for Garrett Wilson's gonna be great. Dalvin Cook, they added. Brees Hall's coming off a leg injury, so he's gonna have some shit to prove. O line's kind of mid because Mekhi Becton and Vera Tucker are both injury prone. So yeah, I don't know what to say to that. And I think Robert Sala, I don't think he's going to be that good because it's Robert Sala. Great defensive guy though. But Aaron Rodgers showed his age last year, despite having solid weapons. Now he's going to have more weapons, but I honestly don't think the Jets are going to pull it off. I think they're just going to blow it up because Robert Sala, like no. Patriots, they're gonna suck this year. Okay, they're gonna suck. They're not gonna do shit. They still have a great defense. Offense, however, no, I don't think Mac Jones is happy over there. I don't think the Patriots like Mac Jones. Offensive line is wide receivers are mid. They signed Juju after letting Jacoby Myers go, and they have Zeke, even though he's washed, to help Ramondre Stevenson. Great defense because Bill Belichick strives with defenses. But I think they're gonna be what's their shit? Oh, 15? Okay. So they're one of the bottom 5 teams tanking for Caleb Williams, even though it's not gonna work. And there's not much else to say. Yeah, this idea was from Vincenzo Bonnie. Shout out to that guy. He's a goat. Um, Bonnie's Bengals. No, I'm kidding. Cincinnati's Bengals, and they're gonna go 12-5. I know Burrow's hurt, but he's supposed to be ready week 1. I think they'll grab the division because they've grabbed the past 2 years. I don't want to hear shit about Baltimore with their injuries. They made the playoffs last year, so who gives a shit? Baltimore. I mean, not Baltimore. Cincinnati. Ugh. Crap. So, Bengals, they're really the biggest threat to Kansas City because they know how to take them out. So yeah, it's not they have great offense. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, Joe Mixon. They lost P. Ryan to the Broncos, but yeah, they added Orlando Brown to help out at left tackle because Jonah Williams is a terrorist. According to a guy named Mr. Blue, he's pretty garbage. Jonah Williams. Defense, they let Von Bell and Jesse Bates go, but they have Daxon Hill, fucking what's the guy's name? They signed. It was a different rap from the Niners. I mean, not the Niners, the Rams. It was another safety. Yeah. Secondary, they get Awuzie back. Mike Hilton's still not bad. They let Eli Apple go, which was smart. They added for D line. They added what's the guy's names from Clemson? I can't remember his name. It's not Brian Brzee. It's Miles Murphy. Yeah. Miles Murphy's the guy they added. He's pretty good. And the defense just knows how to adjust. Baltimore, I have them. Oh my god, did I miss a game with them? Because it says 11-5. Oh yeah, that. Let me see. There you go. All right. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Wait, let me make extra sure because I missed the game. Yeah. Let me make extra sure I got this right. Okay, Baltimore Steelers. Did I have them split with the Steelers? Because I know they always split. Okay, they did. I don't know. Baltimore won't be 12-5. They're gonna lose a game they shouldn't. You know what? I'll give that Rams. I'll give the Rams that. Yeah, I'll give the Rams that shit. They'll pull something out because I can't think of another team. So 11-6, that's better. That seems like a Ravens record. That's a Lamar record. Okay, so Baltimore, they'll make the playoffs, but I honestly think they're getting a little too much hype because they're getting Odell. Nobody knows how he's been. He's had a leg injury for I don't know how long. Torn ACL in the Super Bowl. They got Zay Flowers. He's really good. Rashawn Bateman, I don't know what he'll do. Defense, they lost a little O-line, Ben Powers. Lamar got that big contract, so he may take a step back, but I doubt that because I like Lamar. Defense, Marlon Humphrey's not going to be playing the first few weeks, so that's a bummer. They have a good secondary besides that, Kyle Hamilton, Marcus Williams. Corners, they signed Ronald Darby, so they better be careful with his injury history. Linebackers aren't bad with Raquan Smith. Signed them to that deal. Patrick Queen. D-line's pass rush is kind of but they'll be fine. 11-6, but I don't think they'll win the division. Steelers 8-9. Really, that should say 9-8. But yeah, first time Mike Tomlin will get a losing record. Da 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 da. And yeah. There's really nothing else to it. Like their offense, they helped the offensive line getting Broderick Jones, Isaac Sumalu. They drafted Darnell Washington, big tight end from Georgia, who's also like an old lineman for sure. But they have a great defense as always because Fitzpatrick, great best safety in the league in my opinion. So shut up. Great D line, TJ Watt, Cameron Hayward. Um, their corners though, they drafted Joey Porter, so that's gonna be good. They got Patrick Peterson to help develop him, but I don't know how Patrick Peterson's watched, but he'll teach him. And I don't like Matt Canada. He's a bottom five OC in the league. So I think Mike Tomlin will get his first losing season. But the Brown, honestly, I don't think the Browns will be last. It really should be Pittsburgh. But 8-9, Kevin Stefanski, he's on the hot seat. I think this will prove it. Watson for coming back, it'll be meh. But I think they'll be. I think that they won't make the playoffs. But they shit. They'll I think Stefanski will be gone because after 2020, I think that was a little Mickey year that they had. Deshaun Watson, after that last year playing like he's fucking old as horse shit, but I think he has a full season now. He'll be better. I think he'll be much better. But I just don't think that he's gonna be that much because and then Stefanski get fired and they'll find another coach. So that's it. Jags. I don't know why. Okay, there you go. 11-6 or 10-7. I think they're winning that division. That division's terrible. Titans, Texans, Colts. Like, come on. But they got Calvin Ridley to help their offense, so that'll really help out. Letting Marvin Jones Jr. go was right because Calvin Ridley and their defense. Their defense will take a good little step, in my opinion. They drafted Anton Harrison for a tackle because Cam Robinson got suspended. They let Jawan Taylor go because he won a lot of money. He went to Kansas City, so fuck you for that. They still got not Cam Little, Walker Little. Cam Little. I'm thinking of the Arkansas kicker. Ha. Walker Little, not bad tackle. And Trevor Lawrence is a generational quarterback. He's good. The problem is, will their defense, keep them in check? Because last year was kind of yeah. So I think they'll be fine. They'll win. They're winning that division. That division's pure dog crap. And there's nothing much else to it. Like the Jags, they're a good team upcoming, but I don't think they'll keep up in the AFC. Alrighty, the Titans. Titans, I got them going 7-10. I don't give a shit. I don't think D Hop will change a damn thing over there. They got rid of Todd Downing. That was smart. I don't know who. I forgot who their OC is, but I think after this year, Mike Vrabel will officially be on the hot seat. Fucking what else? They have a solid defense, but defensive line, secondary's garbage outside of Kevin Byard. Caleb Farley's a bust. Offensive line is not that good. It's pretty ass. Because they drafted Peter Skoronski. I think they added Andre Dillard from the Eagles, but he sucks, I think. And Derrick Henry, even with that trash O line, will probably go over 1,000 yards like he normally do again. But I don't think it changes a thing over there, even with D-Hop. Ryan Tannehill's not that good anymore. It's kind of a locker room fuck over, if you know what I mean. And I don't think the Titans are gonna do shit. Third place, okay, the Texans. Yeah, you should see this because I think the Colts are kind of worse. I don't know why it says they have the same fucking record. I don't even know who that one division win is. Oh my god. I don't even know who's gonna be their starter. Like, not even CJ Stroud, bro. Like CJ Stroud, like even him. Like, what the hell? It could be him. It could be Davis Mills. It really should be Stroud, depending on this next preseason game, because I know that first one, yeah, first pass was a pick. But they drafted Will Anderson, really great player, might even win defensive rookie of the year. And on top of that, their defense is upcoming. I think this is just rebuild. Auditions year to getting D'Amico Ryan as that head coach, and the Colts. Really, they should be farther down than that because I have them 6-11. They really should be 5-12. So yeah. And like I like their young talent because getting guys like Anthony Richardson they drafted, I think, was it fourth overall? Pretty sure it was fourth overall. Pretty sure it was fourth overall. Yeah, yeah, it was fourth overall. And they have a good. They added Shane Steichen, blah blah blah, and they have some good defensive pieces. Like they let Ngakwe go, but that wasn't much. They got DeForest Buckner. Kenny Moore's a good corner. They let Gilmore go, but I don't think that should be too much of a problem. They still got Darius Leonard. I'm not calling him Shaq. I don't give a shit. Safeties like I think the guy's name's Julian Blackman. Justin Blackman. I mean, not Justin Black. Julian Blackman. And I think they'll be fine in the future because I think next year they'll get Marvin Harrison. But they're not gonna do shit. Richardson's really shouldn't even start. I don't know. I don't think Richardson should start. It really should be Minshew because Richardson is raw as hell. Even in that preseason game, he has some flashes, but man, he threw a bad pick. But I think they can fix that because I think Shane Steichen's going to develop him like he did with Hurts. And yep, that's the AFC side. Now, the NFC side. Let's start with the Niners, 14-3. Both teams 14-3. Chiefs and Niners. The Niners they got a great team, but arguably the most complete team in the league. They have a great offense. Offensive line is pretty meh after letting. It wasn't even that good even when they had Mike McGlinchey, who's on the Broncos now. All they have is Trent Williams. They have Brock Purdy at quarterback, Christian McCaffrey at running back, Debo Samuel wide receiver, Brandon Ayuk who's a solid receiver, George Kittle top 3 tight end in the league. Well, really top 2. Um, yeah, I like George Kittle. He's a great guy. He's a likable guy. And yeah. Oh, and yeah. Their defense is fucking like it's not even fair. Added Javon Hargrave to be next to Eric Armstead. Nick Bosa, I don't know if he's gonna play because his fucking contract. They want a contract. He's gonna continue to hold out, but Bosa, they're gonna need him. And then their linebacker, Fred Warner, best inside linebacker in the league. Then there's Dre Greenlaw. My dad personally knows his family, so yeah. And a great safety, Talanoa Hufanga, up and coming guy. Corners, I think they kept Jimmy Ward. They kind of let some of their corners go because I don't think Mosley's there or so forth. But they're a great team. Niners they'll win the NFC in my opinion. Seahawks 9-8. I think honestly, it should say 8-9 because I think they take a tiny step back and it'll end up costing them. Really, the Giants should be that team over them, but I don't know. See, this is why I suck at early predictions. But anyway, let's just go with the flow. Seattle, they have great weapons. Jackson Smith and Jigma from Ohio State, whom they drafted. They drafted Devin Witherspoon, great corner from Illinois. The problem with them, they have an O line, even though those 2 rookies they had struggled crossing Lucas. I wanted Lucas, but yeah, but what else? Running back Kenneth Walker. They have their defense could be better. They have terrible run defense, pass Coverage is not bad. They got Jamal Adams, but he's really just a linebacker playing safe. He's bad in coverage. Tyreek Woolen is a good corner, and what's the guy name? Oh yeah, they added Bobby Wagner, Draymond Jones. Yeah, have fun over there. He's pay him all that money, and he's mid. But and I don't think Geno Smith's that good of a quarterback. The Rams, I don't care. The Rams Super Bowl hangover continues. You know, they traded their whole future for that Super Bowl ring. 7-10. Think they'll be fucking mediocre as fuck. Stafford, he'll play better, but the problem is their defense is just no. Outside of Aaron Donald, they lost Taylor Rapp. They traded away Jalen Ramsey. They lost Bobby Wagner. They lost Leonard Floyd. They let Von Miller go last year, which I expected. But man, it wasn't even expecting to like them to fall off that. And that O line's pretty bad. And Cam Akers is a trash running back. And wide receiver weapons outside of fucking Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson is okay, but I don't even think they still have Allen Robinson on their team. I think they traded. Oh yeah, they traded him to Pittsburgh. But I think they'll suck. I think Cooper Kupp and Stab will have fine years, but everybody else and Aaron Donald will do good, but everybody else will just suck. Arizona, Arizona Cardinals. Oh my god. I have them 2-15. They're like when you look at their roster, it's literally shit. Kyler Murray's hurt. Colt McCoy's gonna be the starter. They let D Hop go. They didn't trade him. They released them. Blah blah blah. And they drafted Paris Johnson Jr. They kind of reached for him because I don't think he's a top 10 pick. He's more of a middle pick, like 12-15. But man, that's the Cardinals. Defense isn't good. It's shitty. They lost Zach Allen to the Broncos. Thank you. J.J. Watt retired. He was a great leader, likable guy. Isaiah Simmons and Xavier Collins might be something. They lost Byron Murphy though to Minnesota. So their corners are kind of their secondary. Buda Baker's good, but they don't have really anything on that roster. The offense, like Marquise Brown, like really, Zach Ertz, yeah, he's not bad, but he's coming off an ACL injury. Trey McBride, whom they don't even use. James Conner, who's pretty injury prone, and yeah, that roster is just terrible. 2 wins. I wonder who their only 2 wins are against the Texans, and I just picked the Seahawks because they'll pull some shit out of their ass. Just to, I don't know. Since the Seahawks know they were making the playoffs, they'll rest their starters. So yeah, the Cardinals, they're just oh my god. Next up, NFC East, Cowboys 12-5. I think they'll be the same record as last year, which was 12-5, but they'll win the division because I think the Eagles, even though they added a lot, they're going to take a little step back. But I think the Cowboys, they're a good team. They let Zeke go. Tony Pollard's going to be the workhorse running back now. He's going to be their all-purpose guy. O-line, they let Peters go. So now Tyler Smith. Then there's going to be Tyler Biotish, Zach Martin, and Terrence Steele as their O-line. Their O-line's solid. It's just the right tackle is probably their only problem because I don't think Terrence Steele is that good. According to Cowboys fans, they have good weapons. Dak's a pretty solid quarterback. I'm not saying he's elite because I know that's not true, but he is a solid quarterback. He has wide receivers like CeeDee Lamb, and they traded for Brandon Cook, so that was good. They let Dalton Schultz go, but rookies like Peyton Hendershot and Jake Ferguson will be fine. Oh, and they drafted. I think they drafted another tight end. I don't, I don't remember. I think they did, but I don't know. And oh yeah. They also drafted a guy I wanted. His name was Deuce Vaughn. Oh yeah, the guy they drafted, Luke Schumacher. Yeah, they want Deuce Vaughn. The dude's a literally look like a baby on the field. This guy I wanted, little guy. They're gonna probably use him as like a Darren Sproles or some shit like that. Ironically, I think Darren Sproles used to play on the Cowboys, if I'm not mistaken. No, I don't think he did. It was the Saints and Eagles. So I think the Cowboys will be 12-5. Eagles 11-6. I think they'll be 12-5 as well. Honestly, they have a great team. They probably have the most complete team because their offense. Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback despite having all that talent on him to bail him out. AJ Brown's a good receiver. Devontae Smith is a good receiver. Solid O line. Jason Kelsey, Landon Dickerson, so forth. They lost Sumalo and Andre Dillard, but I don't know who's there. I don't know who's after that. So yeah. Running back, they traded for DeAndre Swift for running backs because they let Miles Sanders go to Carolina. And their defense is the story. Like they let Jonathan Gannon go to the Cardinals. Speaking of which, I think Gannon he'll be that bad that he might go one and done. Um, the Eagles' defense is literally just nothing but Georgia players because Nolan Smith they drafted Jalen Carter to be next to Jordan Davis, who's also another Georgia guy, to be next to Hassan Reddick. And secondary is kind of overrated, but Darius Slay's good. James Bradbury's not that bad. Their safeties, I don't know how Blankenship will go since they lost both of their starters. They lost Marcus Epps and what's that guy named C.J. Gardner Johnson. Ooh, my bad. So they'll be a good team. I think they should be 12-5, honestly. But I think the Cowboys still get that division because you know how the NFC East is. It never ever has a repeat champion. So yeah, keep that and do with that as you will. But next up, New York Giants. I don't know why it says 8-9. Really, it should be 9-8 in this spot. Like they like let's look at their offense. Like offensive line, it's not bad. Evan Neal's, he's a rookie. He struggled, but I think he'll bounce back. He better because I think that was a top 5 pick. Evan Neal. Yeah, pretty sure. Andrew Thomas is a really good left tackle, and so forth. I think they have, Barkley. He might leave next year because knowing how the Giants are, and I hope he leaves because I don't like how that fan base treats him. Uh, Wide receiver, they added wide receivers like they still have Isaiah Hodgins, Jalen Hyatt, Brian Dable's a good head coach. Is a really good head coach. Jalen Hyatt, drafted from Tennessee, but I don't know if he's gonna fit there because Tennessee runs a spread offense, and the Giants they don't really take shots; they game manage. So they just find like the most open guy. Daniel Jones is not that bad of a quarterback. I don't know why some Giants fans still shit on that guy. Like, come on, if he like they pay, okay, yeah, I get they paid him all that money, but yeah, like I said, if once you get paid, you ain't shit, and it's proven. But I would have just tagged Jones and paid Barkley, but they did the exact opposite. They paid Jones and tagged Barkley. Just kind of a question mark for Joe Shane, their new GM. Their defense is pretty good. Xavier McKinney, he's a good safety. Leonard Williams is a good nose tackle. Kayvon Thibodeau. I think he'll be good. They drafted Deontay Banks from I think it was Maryland. Good corner, really good corner. And Adoree Jackson, mid. They need a linebacker, but I don't know who's gonna be their linebacker. But honestly, they should make the playoffs. But this is just too early prediction. So yeah. Washington. Let's see. Okay, Washington. They'll be 6-11. Carson Wentz shit didn't work out. Taylor Heineke was garbage. But Ron Rivera, like, I don't know, like their offense, like Jahan Dotson was not that bad of a rookie. He had a good amount of touchdowns. Terry McLaurin is really good. He's really like a top 15 wide receiver. They don't have a good O line. I'm gonna tell you that now. That O line is pretty bad. I don't. Oh yeah, they did sign Andrew Wiley from Kansas City, but he's not that good from Chiefs fan. And I looked at his stats. He gave up a good amount of sacks and had some bad holding penalties. But I think he kind of like masked it because the Chiefs, Mahomes don't take that many sacks. Blah. But they're not going to be good. Brian Robinson Jr. from Alabama could be something special. Um, Defense. They drafted Emmanuel Forbes. That was a big reach because there was other corners available, like fucking Christian Gonzalez, who went to the Patriots. But their front seven's really good. You know, Jonathan Allen is a beast. Deron Payne's a beast. Chase Young, ever since that rookie year, he has been nothing, and that's a number 2 pick, so he might be traded. You know, trade talk. What's the guy's name? Montez Sweat's not bad at all. Secondary is a big question mark because it doesn't have a noticeable name in it. I think, and I don't know how the offense will work because they went from Scott Turner, who's a bad OC, to arguably a worser OC at Eric Bieniemy. Because Eric Bieniemy, everyone and their mother knows that Andy Reid runs that show offense in KC. But because Ron Rivera can't call plays because he's gonna be working at defense, and obviously, I don't think Ron Rivera, he'll be fired. And yeah, the NFC North. I don't give a shit. It's early, I know, but the Lions will win that division. We're gonna explain. They still have a great offense. Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameson Williams, but I think he's suspended. Khalif Raymond's not bad. Tight ends. They drafted Luke. Wait, what's that guy name? Oh, not Luke Musgrave. He went to the Packers. I think his name's Samuel. Oh yeah, Samuel Laporta. So keep that in mind. Um, Offensive line, led by Frank Ragnow, a Arkansas guy. Jared Goff will lead them back to the playoffs. Lion fans will rejoice, and they'll probably go 1-done. Their defense, they traded DeAndre Swift away, got David Montgomery. They drafted Jahmyr Gibbs way too high. He's not top 15. He's more of a top 25. Then it would have been fine, but no, they reached. Defense, like it got better on paper, but let's see what it translates to the field because Dan Campbell. They added C.J. Gardner Johnson for safety help. They added Brian Branch. That was a steal in the draft. I think getting him in the 3rd round, or was it the second? No, it was second round. Never mind. I think you got him in the 2nd round. That was a big, big, big steal. They fucking got Emmanuel Mosley. They got Cam Sutton. That should really help. They drafted Jack Campbell, not the fucking goaltender from the Oilers. Blah blah. Ha 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 ha. Aiden Hutchinson's he's a dog. Like that, the defense is gonna be better for sure. It won't choke a lot of games like it did last year and the year before. Minnesota, okay, they'll make the playoffs, but they won't win the division. Here's why. I don't trust Minnesota because I don't like their defense. It got Brian Flores, first time DC. He's a really good, know how to handle DC he's learned under Bill Belichick. I think he'll be better than fucking Ed Donatel. He was a fraud with Denver because everyone knows Vic Fangio was the guy calling those defensive plays as our head coach. They lost Zadarius Smith. He went to Cleveland. They traded him there. And Daniil Hunter, he's a streaky pass rusher in terms of years. They signed Byron Murphy, not bad. They let Peterson go, which is smart. Harrison Smith still a good safety. Luis Sin, after coming off that injury, we'll see how he does. Linebacker, they lost Eric Kendrick, so there's a hole in the middle of the defense. What else? Offense, their offense is good. O-line's not bad at all. Kirk Cousins, yeah. And people say I hate Kirk Cousins. No, I don't hate the guy. The guy just never does shit in the playoffs. And it's true. The guy who's like, 35, and he only has 1 playoff win, and that was 3 years ago in 2020. Even that's an asterisk. And then there's last year, 13-4, 1-done in New York. Justin Jefferson, best receiver in the league. They drafted Jordan Addison, perfect number 2 guy after letting Thielen go. T.J. Hawkinson's a really good tight end, top 5 tight end. Even though they lost Dalvin Cook, I think Alexander Madison will thrive in that system. Like the offense is good. The defense, no. And Kevin O'Connell, I think he's not bad. I just don't trust the Vikings to win the division. I think the Lions will get it. I don't know. Packers 7-10. Yeah, losing Aaron Rodgers. Their defense is still fine, but they lost Aaron Rodgers. I don't know how Jordan Love is going to be because this is his first time fully starting the season. But if he turns out as good as he say, Green Bay could sneak into that last wild card spot. But I don't think they'll make the playoffs. The NFC is weak, so maybe they'll win 8 games. But I just say 7-10 just to be for the best. I don't trust. They have some weapons like Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs will be fine. Aaron Jones, even though he's a fumble master, he's a solid like all around running back. Defense, Jair Alexander, they still have him. Devondre Campbell's a pretty solid linebacker. Quay Walker needs to get his fucking crybaby shit together. I'll tell you that. Defense is mid, but I think the Packers they'll miss the playoffs, and maybe I don't think Matt LaFleur will be on the hot seat because it's Jordan Love. Finishing last, I have the Bears. I think the Bears are getting a little too much hype because the Justin Fields shit. Yeah, he runs around a lot, but his pass mechanics are fucking terrible. I think they'll be better than last year because last year they only won like what 3 games, 4 games. Yeah, they only won 3 games. I think they'll win 6 or 7 this year. They won't be anything special. They'll be better than last year for sure. They improved on. They got DJ Moore, number one receiver. But they have Cole Kmet. They locked him up. Khalil Herbert will probably take the rock as the running back. And they also signed somebody else. I can't remember. They improved their O line. They drafted Darnell Wright from Tennessee, but he was a reach. I would have drafted Peter Skoronski in that situation, but I don't think he fits the Bears what they do. They also signed a guy. I think it was Nick Gates. I don't. No, it wasn't Nick Gates. I don't remember the guy they drafted. Maybe it was Nick Gates. I don't know. O line's still kind of shitty though. Defense, like their secondaries, it's not good. Their pass rush definitely isn't good. They signed Ngakoue, but really, he's just a great pass rush, but his run stopping's terrible. Linebackers are pretty good. They signed T.J. Edwards from the Eagles, and they also signed Tremaine Edmonds from Buffalo to be there as well. Secondary outside of Jalen Johnson's not bad. Well, it's not. It was not good because Eddie Jackson, he's kind of fell off. He's a mid safety now, not like he was in 2018 where he was fucking good. Jaquan Brisker's an underrated safety. He'll be something good, but I don't think they'll be enough because I think Matt Eberflus 7-10 might land him. Might land him on a hot seat next year, but I doubt it. Um, it's still rebuilding for the Bears, so give them some time. NFC South, worst division ever. I have the fucking Panthers winning that division 8-9. They're like the newest fucking coaching staff. Bryce Young's gonna be their starter. He didn't play good in preseason. That O line looked crap, but they got guys on that O line like Akim Ekwonu. I'm trying to think. I think Akim Ekwonu came from Louisville. I think I can't remember, but they added some weapons. They lost DJ Moore, but they added Adam Thielen, Terrence Marshall. Heard he got hurt though. Hopefully he's all right. They also drafted somebody else. I can't exactly remember, but their running back situation I don't think is a problem. Miles Sanders, it's just that field. Since they traded McCaffrey away, their defense isn't bad. J.C. Horn is a solid corner. Brian Burns is a good pass rusher. Derek Brown's just a run stopper. Their linebacking isn't really good. Their safety, like Jeremy Chin's pretty good. Yeah, like really out of that division stinks. Okay, second, the Saints 8-9. Really, I don't even think they're gonna be there. I think the Saints are terrible. Like when you look at their roster, like Derek Carr, they signed Derek Carr, mid quarterback. Chris Olave is a good receiver. He's gonna be good. Alvin Kamara is gonna be suspended for the first like 3-4 games, so Jamal Williams will be good. He's from the leader of the hidden village of the den. Ha 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 ha. I like Jamal Williams. Their O line is kind of mid because they lost to Ron Armstead last year, so, but they still got Andreas Pett, Cesar Ruiz, who's not that good. They still have what's that guy named Ryan Ramczyk. They have that other fucker that I don't remember. He was an interior guy. I don't know. And the Saints defense, like I like Cam Jordan. He's not bad. Marshawn Lattimore, even though he's overrated, he's still good. Demario Davis, he's still a good linebacker, even though he's old. That's crazy. Fucking their safety. I think they have Marcus May, I think, also, and Ty Matthew. Like their defense looks good. The problem is I just don't like that coaching staff. That coaching staff is fucking awful. Dennis Allen, he's a terrible head coach. He is the worst head coach now that I think about it. It's either him or fucking Brandon Staley. But Dennis Allen's like, no, he loses the locker room. He's terrible. He's a good defensive caller, I'll give you that. But shit, he doesn't know how to run an offense. And I just don't like that Saints team. Tampa, on the other hand, um, Tampa's gonna suck. Baker Mayfield ain't shit. They're gonna tank for try to get Caleb Williams or I don't know, try to get Michael Penix or Drake May or somebody. They have good pieces on offense like Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. Running back, they let Fournette go, so that guy, I think his name Vaughn, I think he's gonna be fine. Rashard Vaughn, I think that's his name. I think he'll be fine. Their defense took a step back. Antoine Winfield's not that good. He's kind of overrated. Levante David is gonna be. He's still, despite his age, he's still good. Devin White's in a contract year, so he's gonna want some money. Wait, no, Devin White. Yeah, I picked up his fifth year option actually. Um, D line outside of Via Vea, good. Shaq Barrett, not bad at all. And then I don't know after that. Like Todd Bowles is terrible. Their OC, I have no idea who it is. But I don't think Tampa's shit. The Falcons, honestly, I looked at their schedule. It's pretty brutal. Atlanta, like Desmond Ritter, I don't think he's gonna be shit. They have weapons. They just signed Mac Hollins. They signed a lot on defense. They still have Drake London. Kyle Pitts are is a good tight end, but they don't pass a lot. They rely a lot on running, and that's why they drafted Bijan Robinson. Now it's gonna be him and Tyler Algier, you know, running the ball a lot. Defense, they signed Jesse Bates. They signed Calais Campbell for some veteran help. AJ Terrell is gonna have a proved bad year because last year he was bad. And I think the Falcons. I just don't think they're that good. I think Taylor Heineke will take over a few games, and there you go. Like I just don't like that Falcons team. That O line's not even that good outside of um Lindstrom and Caleb McGarry, and then they're plumbers. So yeah, there you go. It's my predictions. Oh my god. Let me look at the playoffs. See what I picked. Oh my god. Okay. Cowboys and let's do the NFC. Cowboys and Seahawks. Give me the Cowboys because they actually own Seattle in the playoff last time. Before last year, the last playoff win was against Russell Wilson in Seattle in 2018. That was funny. It was in Dallas. I think they'll win. Vikings and Lions. I think I'm pick. It's two like team. I don't think this is gonna be the Lions, but two teams that don't fucking do shit in the play. Give me the fucking Lions because I don't like Minnesota's defense at all. I don't know. Carolina and the Eagles. Yeah, give me the Eagles. No, the Panthers aren't doing shit. They're Mickey Mouse. Bills and Chargers. Give me the Bills because the Chargers. You know how they are in the playoffs. They stink. Bengals, Dolphins. Oops. Bengals, Dolphins. Blah blah blah. Bengals will win. Dolphins won't do shit. Ravens, Jags. Give me Baltimore. I think they'll do fine. Next, oh god. Oh my god, this is so fucked up. Cowboys and Lions. Give me the Cowboys. I think they'll finally break that curse. They own the Lions. Yeah, I know it's controversy. Niners and Eagles. I don't give a shit. Give me San Fran. Yeah, we're gonna keep this trend continuing, boys. Yeah. Bengals and Bills. I don't know. I know the Chiefs are gonna beat Baltimore. I'm gonna tell you that now. Bills and Bengals. Um, I'm picking the Bills. I don't give a shit. And Bengals I think they'll finally lose in the divisional round. Bills and Chiefs. It's in Arrowhead. Give me Kansas City. It pains me to say. And then the Cowboys and Niners. It's gonna be in San Fran. Give me San Fran. And then rematch of 2021. I mean, wait, was it no 2020? And the Chiefs, they're gonna go back to back, and then they'll win. It'd be a dynasty, and boo. So there you go. See you guys later.